Hello everyone. Earlier today I did a video showing you how to insert headers and footers. Also showed you how to add numbers to your document. So now I'm going to show you something different, and it gets a little difficult, so you're going to have to pay real good attention if you've never done this. So right now I have my first page looks like this. Okay, so this is section 1, and I talked about that already. Section how to do the section 1, section 2. If you notice, anything after section 2, the even pages have my logo to the right, and all the odd pages have the logo to the left. If you notice, I got a bunch of pages. Okay, so on where it starts the section, it starts with paragraph 1. Okay, so you see paragraph 1, and then it goes all the way to the end with paragraph 187, which is page 16. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to do sections of 4, and on every fourth section we're going to change the numbering of the paragraphs, and we're going to change the headings. We're not going to mess with the footers, because if you learn how to do the headers, it's going to be the same thing with the footers. You just got to use the same procedures. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now before we start, we have page 2 starting here, right? I don't want that. I want this to be page 1. So here I am going to go in and start page 1 here, right? So if I go to page number, I'm going to edit page format, and I'm going to start with 1. Now if you notice, it starts with page 1 here. It's not counting this one, so there's page 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I want to start a new section on page 5. So watch. If I go in, so this is page 5, and what I'm going to do temporarily, temporarily I'm going to highlight this, put a highlighter, so it's easy for us to go to page 5. Okay, so if I go to page 5 and I want to change my header here, if I double click here and I delete that to put a new header, look what happens. I'm going to delete it, right? Now if you notice, it deleted all the headers everywhere on the odd pages, because that's where I deleted it. So I'm going to hit Control Z to undo. So if I would have done the same thing, okay, so I started it there. Now watch what I'm going to do. While I'm here on this header, I am going, first of all, I'm going to start a section here. I want this to be or excuse me, right here, because this is what we talked about, right? I want this to become section 3, and then so if I make this section 3, what should happen? It should renumber my paragraphs, right? Wrong. You have to physically tell it. So watch this. I'm going to go in here into this last page, which is page 4, and I am going to go to layout. I'm going to do a section break. So I'm going to tell it insert a section break. So now this is a different section, okay? But it still has the same page numbers, right? In addition, even though it's a different section, if I click here and delete that header, you saw it deleted that, it deleted that one, right? And all the ones past that. So I'm going to hit Control Z. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to click here, and you see right here where it says link to previous. I'm going to click here. Now if I go in here and click there and delete it, it's going to delete all the ones on the from here on out. It's going to delete all the odd headers on the odd pages. So if I delete, nothing happened here like it did earlier, but if you look past this section, they're all missing. Okay, so that's one thing, and that's what I wanted to do. But look at this. This is a new section. So let's say practically this is a totally different subject than the section 1, page 1 through 4. So I would want to renumber my page numbers, right? So all you do, anytime you create a new section, you always have to right click. You see right here where it says start at 1. Well, even before I do that, I'm going to show you something. Because right now, if you notice, down here at the bottom, what does it, at least it started the pages, which is good. So we'll go in here. We're going to go to the header. And this time, we're going to tell it to, oh, no. We're going to tell the paragraph, right click to restart at 1. Now, you see paragraph 41 all the way to 53, it started page 1, and that's paragraph 1, and that's what I wanted. Now, paragraph 1 will start, and it'll start continuing until I tell it otherwise. So now here I can add a header or create a header. Anything past that is going to take the heading for that particular page, if it's odd or even. In this case, it's odd page, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we'll insert a shape, and then let's do a we'll do just a regular square, okay, rectangle, okay. And if I click and create a rectangle, now all the headings past this one, this one where I created, all the odd numbers now have a red heading, right? Or I could put text or do whatever I want with that, and all of them are going to follow suit. Now, if I go to the even pages, watch what happens on my even pages here. If I go in here and delete, it deleted those, right? So I'm going to hit Control Z. I have to click here on this header, right? And I got to do the same thing I did to the other one. So if I double click, go into my headers and footers, right here where it says link to previous, I'm going to click there. Now, if I go in and, so let me see, section 3, okay, right here. I want to delete this. Remember, when I delete this, it's going to delete everything that are even pages down, because I've already told it not to link to the top part. So I'm going to hit delete. You see, he deleted this, but he didn't delete the top part. Okay, now I could go in here and put a header, right? So let's go insert, shape, and what can we put in here? Just a basic rectangle. No, let's use this one here. That way you can see the difference. And we'll change the color of it too. So we'll go in here and the outline, we'll turn it blue, and we'll even make it a thicker outline. Okay, that way you can see the difference. So it took, from here down, it took the what I call the preferences, or well, what do they call it in Microsoft? I think they call them preferences here. Let me. What do they call them? They call them. No, it doesn't call it anything. A lot of programs will call it a different preference, but let's say the settings. Okay, there's probably a term. I'm more concentrated on showing you how to be careful on the sections. So now, we have our text that starts on 1. Our page starts at 1, right? So let me unhighlight this, and then we'll go in we'll count 4 pages, and then we're going to change it to a different header. So we got page 1, 2, 3, page 4. Again, I'm going to do this so that you can see. First, we'll highlight this so we know where to start, or what we're working on, right? So this is the area that we're working on. We got page 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, oh no, wait a second here. Whatever. Okay, we just start right here. Okay, so from here out, we're going to start a different section. So the numbering stops. It don't stop. It continues from 81 to 83. But remember, I want to turn this into a different section. So if I click here and I go into layout, hit break, next page, which gives me a different section. And the way you can tell is we double click here. Now we got section 4. This is section 3. This is section 4. Again, we're still going from 81 to 82. But I want to change the numbering here, so I'm going to right click and I am going to restart my numbering again. So 81 starts with 1. If I go in and delete this header, look above that and below. In other words, look at this, and this. When I delete, it deleted those, but it didn't delete higher because it didn't have nothing to do with it. So what we got to do again is we got to click here, and then right here where it says link to previous, I'm going to click there. Now when I click here and I delete, watch, it's not going to delete nothing above, it'll delete everything after. So I'm going to hit delete. You see, it delete this, didn't delete this, didn't delete this, didn't delete that, and there's not that many pages. Okay, so same thing here. Remember, this is a new section. So if I delete this, and sorry about this, doing this over and over, but it's, I just want you to understand how this works. If I delete this right now, if I hit delete, it's going to delete above and thereafter. So delete, you see, it deleted this, and everything else. So what I have to do here is I gotta link to previous. This is a toggle too. You can toggle off and on, off and on. So I'm gonna delete that. Okay. Now, if I click here, look, it's not gonna delete this one or this one or this one. It'll delete this and this because those are the last two of the page. Okay. So if I delete, you see, it didn't do nothing to those up there. So now here, again, remember my text ends in 81. Oh well, we already changed the text, so we don't have to worry about that. Now here we're gonna insert. This time I'm gonna do an icon, just for the heck of it. Let me see. I'm going to stretch this guy. So insert just so you can see. I'm going to make him weird. Okay. Everything past this that's an odd page is going to have that same icon. Okay. So now you see it skips. Here I'm going to give it a different header. So this time I'm going to insert shape, and what can I put here? Let's just put an arrow. Okay. So if I here, not that kind of arrow. So let's go insert shape, and let's put a right arrow, and all the other pages are going to have that. So that is how you do this, guys. You know, there's more to it than this, but this is the basics. I start talking and I could go a day talking about headers, but this will get you going. Thank you for watching my videos. I always show different stuff. I probably got about 150 videos. Right now I only got videos like in Exactimate and some Word, a few little Excel, but once I complete explaining everything about Word, then I'm going to jump back to Excel, and then from there I'm going to have some videos about the new System 11. So thank you for watching my video, and I will see you on the next one. I hope you give me a thumbs up.